The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow down 32, Nasdaq's off 2, S&P's are down 450. We have gold up 610 at 1082. We got silver up 7 cents at $14.08. Copper is at 206 a pound, up a penny. You got light sweet crude at 42.30. Bonds just continue to want to go higher, man. They rejected the lower price today. The 10-year right now is flat at 127.02. 30 years up 4 ticks at 155, and good old King Dollar's up 122 ticks at 100.19. We had 4 days off.
That was nice, huh?
Oh, baby.
4 luxury days, for
I'm
sure.
telling you.
We were just chatting about 4 days, and we have some nice 3-day weekends coming up for Christmas, coming up for New Year's, but it's a different deal.
We
because
don't get
actually
4 days.
Yeah, getting Thursday off, and Friday, I didn't glance at the market really at all, and all I saw the headline, though, was that pulled up CNBC or Yahoo Finance, something just quickly, and it was lowest volume day of the year. So it's like,
I'm
I'm glad we're close, because that was just
Tommy had said to me, folks, I said, okay, should I do the newsletter on Friday morning, do it? And he's looking, he says, I don't know, he got Thanksgiving. And I'm telling you, man, I was in a food coma.
Yeah. You didn't want to be
Friday morning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
And there was nothing
Nico
happening.
would kill me. I ate so many potatoes and so much stuff.
I did too.
Oh my God.
We ate at 3:30, and I didn't eat again all day, which was remarkable. Plus, I couldn't even fit those luxury pies that I had brought, but I had those on Friday.
He brought some pies that were sick,
they were
folks.
Good. Well, you guys had about 15 trays of food, so I couldn't fit
ate them
pie
all.
in.
I ate them all. Blueberry.
Reese's.
Reese's, yeah, sick.
Yeah.
And you know what we did yesterday? So we were eating all weekend, but then yesterday we got rid of all the food out of the house.
And the weekend, right?
We brought it to Bridget's sister.
Yep.
I mean, it was good luck.
Start fresh on Monday.
You got it now.
I hear you. I do.
Amazing. Market-wise out here, we'll go over these Asian markets. Asia got hit big. It rejected lows last night, but it got hit 5%. The intriguing thing, folks, if we look at this, so watch this. I'm going to bring Shanghai up first. And it's always cool. You're trying to glean the most amount of information out of all these markets, of course, just to get a small edge, because every edge makes a difference. And what you're going to see here, I've been talking about these 3 black crows, okay? And, they're hanging in there from August. And what Shanghai did, so Shanghai has the exact same setup, folks, meaning that, in August, Shanghai market took a leg down. That went from 37.88 down to 28.50. That's a leg. That's 900 points on something at 3,700. So that's
25%.
like 20%. Yeah, 25%. So what does it do? It goes all the way back up. And this is what they love to do. This is what we're doing in our markets too, by the way, okay? It gets all the way up. First you hit 36.78. You have some volume there, 38 billion, but look at you going into 36 billion, 47 billion, 33 billion. Then you do 30 billion, and then you came off of that with 35. So Shanghai is going to, basically.
Did I see, was it in I read a lot of newsletters that we do in the morning as they're getting sent out, and I forget if it was in your newsletter, it might have been in Larry's newsletter, but they were talking about how one of the heads of the big brokerages over there might have just disappeared with all the cash, and that's what might have sparked some of what's going on over there?
Yeah.
He just disappeared, right? The CEO, and he may have client funds. I hadn't heard about it, and I read about it. I think it was Larry, right? Then Larry,
I didn't hear that.
He just referenced it.
But what has happened is that the Chinese authorities have gone after 4 of the largest brokers over there for skirting the short sale rules.
Okay.
And you know how it goes over there. I mean,
they're in big trouble.
Yeah. You get grabbed in China, folks.
Yeah.
You're not going to see the light of day.
No matter who you are, right?
It always seems that,
Right. No, I agree.
It's just,
right.
they're going to take them down. So the broker dealer, 4 of the banks went down, I think, about at least 7 to 10%, and that's what took everything down. And, you know, it's very easy. The thing that's really sick, I mean, and the same thing has happened in our markets here. So the circumventing of the short sale rule goes like this, folks. Well, in the United States, that's how it goes. What's supposed to happen is that, let's say that I'm borrowing the stock off you. You're a broker-dealer, right? I'm borrowing off you. I'm supposed to give it back when you say you want it back.
Yes.
But this is what the game is. The game is that you would call me or email me at 10 o'clock in the morning, right, saying,
and I'm
okay,
the broker-dealer.
You're the broker-dealer. You're saying, I want that stock back by 12:30.
Okay, so you're calling it in.
You're calling in. You're calling the stock in.
Yep.
Now, what ends up happening is if I don't deliver that stock to you, there's supposed to be a penalty.
Okay.
Okay? For the broker-dealer and for me.
Okay.
Right? What most broker-dealers will do is just close the trade on
you don't even have that option. They just take it away from you, right?
Well, two different ways. This is where the loophole comes in the deal. If you are a broker-dealer, I'm just borrowing it off, and my account is set up somewhere else, like when we had those accounts.
Yes.
When you're a professional, folks, you can have, I forget what they call it. You have 3 or 4 different accounts set up. I can borrow off one person, put the trade on somewhere else. Now, they can't grab that.
Okay.
Okay?
Whereas if you're just trading with the broker-dealer,
they can grab grab their own, right?
Yeah.
So what has happened and continues to happen here, like NASDAQ puts this short list out. I mean, how many overdue days that the stock is not back.
Okay.
So they'll say, like, let's say that it doesn't happen with Microsoft. It happens with smaller stocks.
Sure, where they can't get the actual shares
They
that they
can't
need.
get them, and it says, okay, it's 25 days overdue. And no one's ever done anything about it, really. You know, and it's supposed to be big fines, but it doesn't happen, okay? So they're trying to clamp down on that in the U.S., but the SEC can clamp down in a second. The reason I'm just bringing this up is I suspect maybe something happened the same in China, but they're gonna bring these guys down.
Yeah.
Because as far as they're concerned, anyone and everyone...
Short selling, and period is...
yeah, because the market crashed,
Yeah.
you know.
They got to imagine, too, it's interesting.
They got to blame someone.
Yeah, and you know, you can see if you're running a brokerage with all that money and all that access and seeing the markets, how much money there is to be made shorting it. So
and that's what they're accused of right now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what...
Right.
Whether they were doing it, somebody's doing it, because there's so much to be made. Whenever there's that much money to be made, it's going to happen, no matter what.
Now, hey, you know what's going to be a big deal here, folks? Okay, this is... I was actually, last night, I'm saying to myself, I should write a paper on this, okay? So now I'm not going to write the paper because I'm going to tell you what I wanted to write the paper on. No, I'm not kidding. You know, so real power, the way that I've always looked at real power is you have powerful figures, but then behind economies, there's real power that push levers, right? So last night I'm reading that China wants the yuan, okay, to be just like the U.S. dollar.
Okay.
So there's a deal going on now with the IMF that they're looking to get into the IMF so they can be a real deal. Well, yesterday what comes out is that Michael Bloomberg has put this group together in order to facilitate the yuan trading inside the United States as a major currency.
Okay.
Right? And guess who? So this is who it is. It's Michael Bloomberg that's leading it. It's Hank Paulson, who is the Treasury Secretary. Sure. It's Geithner, who's the Treasury Secretary. It's this other woman that used to be in charge of the SEC.
Okay.
Right? And I was looking at this powerhouse. I'm saying to myself, "Oh my God, this is the real power." Now watch. I go to the next level, and the next level is who has this. We're in the information era, right? Who has the best information? Everyone, I start thinking about this. I start thinking, well, Google, of course, has the most information on us, right? Well, who has the best information for financial? Bloomberg.
Sure.
It's like, it's amazing, you know, and I'm saying to myself, you know what? He's pulling the levers, man. Sure. And it's going to be, and the key here, folks, is what's going to be really wild is it's going to happen. It totally makes sense that it happens. I want to see what their end game is there, because those are some of the most powerful players in the world. Sure. You know, it's
without
like, okay, what is the end game?
Yeah,
you know?
without a doubt.
Isn't that a trip, though?
Yeah.
You know what was a real trip, just flipping my head around with this, is that actually I realized that all you always keep hearing is that, you know, whether it's Google has more information, Bloomberg, all of these, what ends up happening, folks, is that, picture, every financial professional in the world has a Bloomberg, right? And it's not me having a Bloomberg. It's all those Goldman guys. Oh, they know exactly what they're hunting.
Sure.
Oh, man, that's information.
And you're not just saying that, oh, they can find the information on Bloomberg. It's what the trend is of what they're looking at. Just like Facebook knows.
Exactly.
Facebook has a lot of information, too. That's the other.
Huge.
Huge. Because you start looking at, Facebook can drill down, everybody says where they work on Facebook. Well, show me only Goldman employees and what did they do yesterday on their Facebook account alone.
And then match that into the Bloomberg of how many bonds they've picked up.
Who knows? I don't think Facebook and Bloomberg are matching their social profiles yet, but.
Oh, no, but if you can if you can get that off of Facebook, or Zuckerman can get it off of Bloomberg of what they're searching. I don't know if you can do that.
But that's what I'm saying. They each have their own set of internal, ridiculous statistical models for what people do, and that information is huge.
It's heavy. It's heavy, man. Gold. Let's go take a look at gold, man. This is going to be interesting to see. Gold hasn't been able to catch a bid, man. They took it south pretty good. Thursday. I think this Thursday.
Just jumping back, I know we're going a little, but it keeps running in my head. So did you see they had one of those biggest hacks recently, right? And it came out they hacked, I think it was JP Morgan they hacked, and it might not be, but it was the financial institutions. And what the hackers were doing is they didn't want to steal people's information. They just wanted access to those email addresses so they could market out, they could market out news just to those email addresses. And then they'd front load, they'd buy the shares, and then they'd pump and dump. But they knew that by stealing those financial emails, that they had access to people that would actually move markets. And so that was their plan, that they hacked into all these email addresses, they bought the shares, they sent out to these targeted email addresses, and then they sold the shares. And that's how elaborate it was.
Business.
Now, so you can see how, all they needed was email addresses, let alone if you actually have access to, user profiles, everything they do, of how you could shape what they do. Yeah. There's lots of ways you can
in and out,
information,
and you're sitting in the Caribbean. Pretty sick.
That sick? Yeah.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow's down 30, Nasdaq's off 11, S&P's are down 6. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow down 22, Nasdaq's up 5.5, S&Ps are down 4. And don't forget, folks, all the programming at TFNN right on your cell phone. TFNN.mobi will get you the full audio. You want to get Tiger TV, just go to TFNN.com, hit that Tiger TV in the right-hand side, and you're off to the races. Let's go to Lou in Nashville. Hey, Lou, what's going on?
Hey.
How you doing,
Not
man?
much. Hanging in there.
Yeah, hanging in there?
Hanging in there. Getting ready for the winter.
Yeah. So I have heard you guys have got good weather, though, man, right?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, yeah.
So what are we going to look at?
I was thinking of getting back into Nugget, but I wanted to check with you first.
Let's take a look. So Nugget, folks, is the 300% bowl of the Gold Bugs Index, the New York Arca Index. So we take a look at this baby. Okay, so you're at 25.28, 27.59 is game. Let me just look at this thing. Well, you know, if you're looking right there, what's that, 24.93? You know, we're at 25.19. I mean, if you even get a pullback 24.93 or something today, that's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be staying in this a long time unless, you know, we really get the juice. That's what it comes down to.
Right.
We're getting some volume in here today. I mean, this is already 2.3 million, which is pretty good. Let's go over and take a look at a few of these equities. So if we look at Anico Eagle first. Anico Eagle, that needs more volume. It's staying at highs, but it needs more volume. So what we're just doing is taking a look at some of the weighting structures inside the HUI. Now, Rango looks pretty good. Let's get that has let's put it has some volume. It's not that it looks good. None of these really all these gold stocks need wide price spread and accelerated volume,
Right.
which we don't have yet. You know, and when you look at the gold contract at 1062, yeah, it rejected lower price out here, but 1084 inside that it's going to be a lot better. So
Yeah, so I'll wait.
yeah, and you know. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with waiting, man, because this low, this dollar's challenging, man. You know, I suspect the dollar's gonna, you know, basically give it up here. If we go over and look at it for a second, what you're gonna see is that, you know, it's had the nice crawl, okay, and that crawl has been from that 99.47. You can just keep seeing it's getting tighter and tighter and less.
Yeah.
And you know, but it's got to give it up, man. And it hasn't given it up yet. You know?
Yeah. Okay, man.
Cooking, brother.
Thank you.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. And this dollar is going to be a big deal. What is pretty cool is that if you go look at the Canadian dollar and the Aussie dollar. Now, this is the inverse correlation.
Yes.
So we're looking at 133, but it's having a hard time getting over that. So it's like, okay, the Canadian dollar, you know, wants to get stronger. That'd be saying our dollar gets weaker.
Of course.
The Aussie dollar, which has also got killed, kind of looks the same way. That looks like it wants to go up. So when you do those inverted charts, it's pretty cool. It's like, okay, man, is enough enough? And we'll find out. This. If I go back to that one deal that's something that I want to really get my head wrapped around. And say,
I saw some type of headline myself.
Like what are the implications of that?
Sure, they're large, right? Yeah.
Yeah, China is China,
right.
and that one does not trade like we trade everything else,
right.
So just trade freely.
Right.
That's what I was looking for. So what does that mean? Does that mean that when the euro came into existence, what happened, folks, is that the developed nations, instead of having the reserves just in U.S. dollars, they start in euros also. Now, that worked for a bit, but it hasn't really worked out. Now they're having the problem having the same passports. Because now it's a political problem with the same passports.
They're all tied together.
They're all tied together.
Yeah.
And they're not tied together economically.
Right.
That's the disconnect,
Right. Yet their currencies are, which is the tough part.
Yeah, right. It's like, you got to be kidding me, man.
Yeah.
So, did you see? This is pretty amazing. That so the internet sales overtook the mall sales. This is the first time.
First time. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe
That's pretty intense.
Time for our Amazon discussion as usual,
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
No,
I hear you.
it's unbelievable.
I
I
definitely did some shopping. I told you whether it was I was just doing some Christmas decoration type stuff, but I was doing that shopping online. I was in the stores actually too, as I think about it.
Right.
But I was doing both.
Yeah,
Of course.
That's really fast for the internet to take over, though.
Yeah. I'm sure.
I'd hate to be in retail, man.
Accelerating for sure. Yeah.
Huge.
You better be focusing online.
And today,
Cyber
it
Monday.
seems like every day is going to be a big day.
I think
internet
Cyber
now.
Monday, they keep saying, they've been pumping these deals over the weekend.
No doubt,
Yeah.
no doubt. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Dow's down 20, Nasdaq's up 5, S&P's are down 4.5. We're going to be right back.
It's true. Life is all about choices. At Everbank, they're making it easy for you to make a smart one with this special cash offer. Open a new yield pledge money market account with funds from another financial institution, or deposit new funds into an existing yield pledge money market account, and you could earn up to a $500 cash reward. And if you're opening a new account, you'll also get their new higher 6-month bonus interest rate, along with their yield pledge promise that ensures your yield will always be in the top 5% of competitive accounts at banks nationwide. Open a new account or add to one. It's your choice. To qualify, you must meet balance and other limited time offer requirements. Go to everbank.com/TFNN for details and deposit options, or speak with one of their banking specialists at 1-855-750-4051 for more information. You must act by December 31st, 2015 to be eligible. Everbank is a member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry, powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We get Dow down 3, NASDAQ is flat, S&P's are down 2.5. And, you know, when we talk treasuries, it has been amazing that in the context of where we are and in the world is, you know, we've talked about this a lot, that our rates are still high.
Yes.
Now, there's a story on Bloomberg coming across, folks, and it's really cool because you really want to wrap your head around this. And what it's about is that there's going to be a huge drop in Treasury supply coming out in 2016, and that drop in notes and bonds. Okay, so the way it works is that notes, I believe notes go up to, a note is considered a 30-day note, a 60-day note, a 2-year note. Anything over 2 years is a bond. Okay, that's the definition. Okay. That's going to tumble 27% in supply next year.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's huge.
That's the narrowing budget deficit.
Right. And so what that's going to do is that is going to basically keep, you know, less supply, and the demand is huge just to get your money back. And then, you know, inside the context of many large funds, they only can buy treasuries.
Yes, I'm sure.
You know, I mean, there's bond funds you only can buy. That's it. You know. So it's going to be intriguing watching how this whole thing shakes out. You know, and believe me, if you or we were in the bond market, we'd be paying attention to this beyond belief, because that's just a fundamental aspect.
Supply and demand. Yeah. Supply is falling and fast. Well, right. You know, you can't. That has to affect things without a doubt. Huge. In any market.
In any market, right. And
right now, is falling.
Right now we're at 2.2 in the 10-year, and you know, as you go through the rest of the world, Larry was bringing it up this morning. He said, "Hey, you know, why would you go over to Germany and get 0.4% when you can get
in America and get U.S.
and they're rated the same.
Right.
They're triple A's.
Sure. No,
so it's the exact same rating.
I agree completely.
You know, it's like, you know, so that's going to be a big number, man, because that, you know, we've never been in a situation that you're coming off zero.
Yeah. No.
You know, and it's going to be like, okay, how
market environment.
It is, and it's like going to be how fast is the Fed going to keep raising, and is that going to affect the mortgage market? Because that's the only thing that I think that is really that crucial. Because, you know, when people talk about zero rates right now, no one can get a loan, even at 5 or 7%, if it's, you know, you don't have collateral behind it. I mean, loans right now, business loans are going out at, you know, 12%, 13%.
Sure.
You know, so the correlation of what a bank is paying or what we're at versus what people are actually paying, the people are paying big money.
Yeah.
You know,
we're not talking about mortgages anymore, but right.
Yeah, no, right. Just loan in general. But for mortgages, people still paying, you know, I think it's cheap money compared to what we're paid, no doubt. You know, 4% is great. No doubt. Because inside that story, the same deal. In fact, let's see if I get it again. We can show them this graph because the graph is insane. So when you see this graph, folks, what the graph is from 1980 we're looking at. I believe that's 10-year Treasury yield. Oh my God, the 10-year.
Yep.
That's a mind blower. So we're looking at 1980, folks, and the 10-year looks like it was either at 15.8 or 16. I mean, it was like a 10-year. Can you imagine getting paid 16% by the government?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Guaranteed money.
Guaranteed money. Those things, yeah, pretty amazing.
I cashed in some of my savings bonds when I bought my house, and that was being born in 1980.
Right.
Those saving bonds I had.
They're big money.
Had some big money in them.
That's amazing.
They were a nice surprise because the way they were 30 years savings bonds.
Yes.
But I think they reached full maturity. I forget how it went, but they as in the face value was, let's say it was 500.
Right.
They were actually had overachieved that because, I was past 30 years. That's even what it was. Because 30 years would have been 2010.
That's right. I like it.
So by holding them, I was actually over the face value.
Yeah.
And so you'd put up, a fraction of that face value, 500.
Right.
But then because that rate was so high that, it matured and then it went beyond that. So I was getting over face value. It was a nice surprise.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just tough because you buy a savings bond today.
In
30 years, you aren't going to have that type, or you're going to put up a lot more money for the face value of that savings bond.
Oh, you are, exactly. Yeah. You're not going to have the acceleration, no doubt.
Right.
So let's go inside the NDX, see what's moving the NDX. We get flat markets out here with putting some juice into the NDX. You get Green Mountain up 230. Vipple's up 13 cents. Vipple Communication, this thing's getting toasted and roasted. What they have is that there's a $500 million, they're getting accused of bribing Uzbekistan $500 million to get all their business. Yeah.
Okay.
JD.com is up 80 cents, and you get Seagate up 78. Taken away from it is Viacom. That's down $1.38. That's about Sumner Redstone, and is he capable of running the company? Vertex is down 282. You got Regeneron down 1275. Ooh, that's some action there. Let's go back to Regeneron. This stock likes to trade in $5, $10, $20 increments like nothing. So this is coming into its swing low, 545. Yeah, with light volume right now, 35,000. Isn't it crazy? I guess percentage-wise it's the same, but when these big stocks, they like to trade like that.
Yeah, it's a $550 stock. If that's a $55 stock, it's down $1.20.
It's nothing. I know.
That's it.
It just seems
if it's
more,
a $5 stock, it's down 12 cents. Just to put it. If it's a $10 stock, it's down a quarter. If it's a $20 stock, it's only down 50 cents.
I know. It just seems more.
It does.
Right?
It does.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to keep everything in percentages, though.
I know you do it a
lot.
It is. No, there's no doubt, man.
You're saving money, maybe that's sometimes, and take it the reverse way, where we look at $500, $12 looks like nothing. You spend $5, 10 cents looks like nothing. You do it on a percentage basis if you save that 10 cents on every $5 you spend, exactly.
It really is, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty wild. Inside the Dow, let's see what's happening inside the Dow. So the move is inside the Dow. You got Caterpillar is up $1. Apple's up $1.38. Microsoft's up 57. ExxonMobil's up 86. Taken away from it, Disney. Oh, let's talk about this one. This is a big one. So Disney, it gapped down again last Friday. And what happened, Disney lost 7 million ESPN subscribers.
Okay.
That's intense.
Pulling the plug.
That's pretty intense, though.
Look up that story.
And I do too, because what I want to know, like as soon as I heard it, I said, okay, see, I can't picture the ESPN listeners just pulling it. But
with the cable package.
Yeah, what the beef has always been. Do you know what I mean? That ESPN's so expensive. Are that many people pulling the whole package,
and
right?
The way their negotiations go is that ESPN is getting a certain dollar amount for every household they're in.
Right.
But with those negotiations, they said, okay, you can, and it's like $8, $9. It's high, whatever they're getting. So let's just say it's $8 for every person. But they also said, and not only you have to pay us $8, but we need to be in 85% of all packages, or something like that, where they said. And what they actually did was they came down recently on that percentage number in their last negotiation.
Okay.
And that might be a problem because now people are actually taking the option for those plans to opt out of having ESPN included, but having cable. So how that ties in.
That's a big number, man.
Now, I've said before, though, I think content is king. And once they figure out how to monetize that and have their own app, they could be taking in a lot more money because you cannot replicate live sports. And, you know, you talk about you're going to be paying for content. You're going to be paying only for content you care about. That's where I think everything's going.
Right.
You know, you're not going to be paying for, like, for instance, I don't watch, you know, the Life and Garden channel. Well, guess what? I think I get it. I think I'm paying for it. You know, that's going to end. And so I'd be willing to pay more to ESPN directly, as I think a lot of people will once they monetize that.
Now, okay, so I know ESPN has a lot of football, but they don't have all of it. I mean, because CNBC...
They have a lot of everything, though, in terms of sports. I mean, you're talking about college football, college basketball, basketball, baseball. You know, and you can't, there's nothing, they've almost monopolized the live sports content, and there's nothing else like live sports. That'll never go away.
Right.
And they've monopolized it. So take that all in for a second and say, you know, there's going to be one app that's going to control live sports, and it's going to be ESPN. And are you, you know, how many households are guys going to be okay with not having access to live sports? And then you start saying, okay, well, maybe we'll see what happens. It's changing so quick. You have to go into it, though, because then you go, wait a second, because the NFL is live sports. The NFL has the NFL Network.
I know.
The NFL has the Red Zone channel. I love the Red Zone channel.
Right.
I never understand. I don't even watch games anymore. I just watch the Red Zone channel. And coming from, you know, being in Boston, where
we lost.
We don't always get a Patriots game. I know. We got to watch last night's game, of course, in prime time. Thankfully, hopefully, Gronkowski is going to be okay. It seems like his injury wasn't as bad as they thought at first.
Thank God.
Hopefully, exactly. But so, you know, the NFL, they could cut them right out of the piece, too. There's no reason why the NCAA basketball can't have their own app and distribute and content. So it'll be interesting to see. They need distribution, though, and everybody can't download 100 apps. That's what has to happen. You know, you can't download every single app for every single school's sports. So who's the... It'll be interesting. There's a lot to happen.
It's pretty wild.
It is.
And if we do look at Disney, folks, okay, so watch this as this is set up. And this is going to be wild watching, like, can a counter trend bounce go as much as this has just gone? Because this is like a classic. You know, Disney was $122 August 4th. It comes out with its numbers, and it gets down to 109, which is, it's almost unheard of for like a Dow Industrial stock to go down 20% in one day.
Stock like that, Disney, Coke.
That's like, okay, really? And then, of course, you know, it goes sideways for...
And that had to do with the same thing, though. That was a numbers deal. That was a straight-out subscriber deal.
Right. And what that was, so they come out with the numbers, and then I believe his name is Robert Iger.
Yes.
He came out, and he said he's worried about it. His conference call the next day was like, yeah, I'm worried about it. This is serious business, okay?
Yeah.
And you're talking about a counter trend bounce. Look at this, though, Tommy.
Right.
120.65, and the high up there was, well, here, the low of the high. Remember how they say they like to go into 120.61?
Sure, right back up there, and then,
And then, bang, it goes. Now, it's good. When you look at Disney, there should be nice solid support. Well, no, there's no such thing as solid support at 110.81.
Right, for sure.
You know, but if you go into 110.81, man, that low is open again.
Yeah.
You know, so it's gonna be. What's that number right there? See, that's 110.40 too. See, what we're looking at, folks, is that we had 110.81, which is in October, but when you actually go all the way back to August, that was the high of that downdraft. So that should give you a little support. But if it breaks that, man, if it breaks that, it's going down to the very end. You know, there's so many dynamics that are happening so quickly, it seems right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just speculating completely. But, you know, as I say, content's king, but it's like, guess what? They're actually not producing anything, right? They're just signing the contracts to air the NFL Network. And that's like, man, what if they get cut out of the pie before they can even monetize the pie?
Well, you know what's so cool? So you just figured that out when you're talking, right? Because when you were talking, I says, "Whoa, hold it, man! Why can't why can't the SEC get together and say, hey, we got their own channel? It's $1. It's $1 for every SEC game."
And that's what gets tough is can they get people to actually download it though? And that's why you know you can't have 500 apps where every athletic conference has their own app. I bet they love it, you know. And you see the things like in college football where you have Texas has their own network, for instance. So you can, if you're big enough, they've actually done the same exact thing.
The Texas football teams, the Florida football teams could do it.
Yes Network, Yankees, they have their own TV network.
Right.
So you see, once you have that built-in audience where you don't need a distributor, you can cut out everybody out of your own piece of pie. So it'll be interesting to see who
actually. One of our Tigers in the den saying that, he lives in Connecticut and they laid off 300 employees in Connecticut the last 2 weeks.
And that's their headquarters, I'm pretty sure, is Connecticut.
Yeah.
That's where they
Makes sense, right next to New York, right?
That's where they started. They got their headquarters right in Connecticut. Their studios, they have studios in LA or the West Coast now, but that was their big, they did everything out of their Connecticut studios for a while.
Amazing. Let's go to Mike in Toronto. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Yeah, hi. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
I noticed that the XBI and the IBB have been acting very poorly this morning. You've been talking about that ice level in the IBB, and it's playing out right, just as you've been harping the last 2 weeks.
We'll see. We're short, but this IBB is always tricky.
I understand.
But no, listen, it's I'd like to see a little more volume on the way down today. That's but what the IBB did do here, we'll go through your stock too, Mike. But what it did do, if you are a bear, it did what a bear would like it to do, meaning it got to a higher high this morning before it gave it up, because I think the volume's going to be light. We got up to 342 and I had 335. So.
Yeah, and I understand. Like I'm watching the December options, and they're decaying pretty fast.
Yes.
The point is that I'm looking at parallels to say March of 2000, because you've talked about the biotech bubble, and I've been reading Barron's, I'm reading Wall Street Journal, and Stock Twitsy, the bloggers or whatever, and they're all bullish. They're coming out with big buys and recommendations for biotechs.
Okay,
they're thinking that December's going to be a super month for biotechs because of the historical patterns. And I noticed here in Toronto, there's a Bay Street analyst that has basically been pushing a company called PRTA, Prothena.
Okay, so let's take a look. So they
and it's at its highs.
You stay right there. We're going to bisect and dissect PRTA with Mike from Toronto as soon as we come back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. The Dow, NASDAQ, S&Ps, they're all kind of flat out here this morning. We're going to be right back, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge Heard Daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking about PRTA with Michael from Toronto, and yeah, this is pretty intense, man. I mean, it looks like, I'm not quite sure what came down on the stock. It's a $74 stock. It has a market cap of $2.3 billion, and from year over year, the equity had taken in $32 million a quarter last year, and now only takes in $593,000. Mm-hmm. So
I'd figure out what's going on there before I bought anything.
Wow.
I know, it's intense, man. And like this year, they're going to take in $1.9 million.
Now they have 2016 forecast. They're back up to 22 million, but they took in 50.9 million in 2014. So something went on this year, where they had to shut down production or something.
Yeah.
But why has the stock been moving
That's
up?
what's crazy.
Listen,
we were saying the same thing over the break. But
it's about as bizarre as you can get, because right now, pictures.
I mean, the market knows what's going on. It's factored into it somehow. But there's something. I would figure out that story before I started buying.
Is this company in the hematology business at all, or like, because there's a big conference coming up?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It says protein misfolding
They
and
deal with
cell
antibodies for a broad range of diseases that involve protein. So they're dealing with antibodies for treatments of a broad range of things.
Quite a run, man.
Okay, but you see the other penny. You seen that penny stock that moved from like $1 or something up to like a $45, and then
went back down to $1. Yeah.
It's back to $1 now.
That happened last week.
I didn't see that.
Well, it was $11 on Thursday. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Because there's a lot of bloggers on StockTwits. They're trapped. Okay, so I was just curious what was happening.
That's heavy, man.
Do you see the same thing happen in the dot-com bubble here, like in the spring of 2000? Like you see all these stocks just start moving.
Well, the one thing with
a lot of hyping of stocks, but they weren't really going the right way. Or
the one thing, Michael, I see with the biotechs is a lot of it. There can be that risk reward, almost like the technology, where when you're talking about stocks that take up. That start getting acceleration on StockTwits and stuff like that. That's a PR deal where that's most of the time just a story. And just like in the dot-com bubble where you had a story of sites that were going to change the world, you have stories of biotechs. And sometimes they do. That's, you get that risk reward, but on other times you're not buying earnings. You're buying the future potential, which is really just a story.
Yeah.
And so in that realm, there is a lot of value that's just put on theoretical future value, not current. And that allows itself for those types of swings.
And it seems that at the tops of markets, the biotechs,
Well, the stories make the most at those.
They do.
That's
They do.
And they should, though, because the markets are flying, and that's the easiest time to sell a company that doesn't have a track record with solid earnings is to say, we're going to do
And everyone heard, I made 20 grand today. Well, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
Why did I make 20 grand?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
I'm going to go play. I'm going to go make 20 grand.
And it's possible. It's just a high-risk game, for sure. Yeah. It is.
Cooking, brother.
So you think it's done? You think it's completely done? And this thing is rolling over? And basically,
well, the IBB, I would do more work on this particular stock here to find out what they had that took in $50 million in a quarter. Okay, first, before I'd shot that stock. You know, because it might be some kind of life-saving deal that that as soon as the FDA says okay, it's good again.
Taking in no revenue this year and worth $2.4 billion. There's something going on. But figure it out. Figure it out.
But in the biotech sector, you are absolutely 100% confident that we're rolling over.
Well, I'm shocked.
You know? Yeah. I mean, what could really put this back up to 400 on the IBB?
Oh, anything, man. You know, the IBB. Listen, I've traded the IBB a million times. The IBB cycle. It's great when you get it, though. But you know what? Guess what? We can wake up tomorrow morning and someone else takes another thing over the IBB, and
100% confidence.
There's nothing wrong with being shot right now. I mean, it's set up correctly because the zones are there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cooking, brother.
I see the head and shoulders on the weekly.
Have a great one, man.
Take care, Michael.
Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. I'm in. Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. And Basil has a great workshop that's coming up a week from Thursday, folks. He'll talk
all about it.
Yeah.
Sign up. Thanks, man.
Have a great one.
Have a great week.
Absolutely. We're kicking it off the right way, folks. Stay right there. Basil's coming right up.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.